welcome back to my channel. Today's video is come shop with me at Dunelm. It was super peaceful in Dunelm this morning. The first thing you see as you go in is kind of some little outdoor decoration area. You know, there's candle holders and fake turf and a kind of random assortment of things. The first thing that really caught my eye, dead ahead now, is this dachshund doormat. Had to go and pick one of these up and have a proper look at it. I thought they were really good value for the money, really cute, no good for our house because we already have a doormat and plus Kai kicks them around all over the place, but for £5 I did think that was a really lovely little doormat. Also following the dachshund theme, this dachshund candle, really heavy, surprisingly heavy, £8. I believe it's an outdoor candle. It said it had a burn time of something like 30 hours. And I also really like this bee cushion. It says think happy, be happy on it. However, I did think that it was slightly overpriced for a cushion at £12. I think £12 for a cushion is a little bit steep. I took myself round towards the bedding section. I always like the way they lay the beds out on the kind of the faux double bed so that you can see how it will look in your home. I love the blue and yellow together, although that wouldn't go with any colour scheme I have in my house. And I was really keen on the blue here with the, I don't even know what that plant is, but particularly the white seersucker that they've underneath. So they've layered it, they've got white seersucker sheets underneath the blue leafy duvet set, and I really liked that. However, that duvet cover in the white seersucker fabric was, I think it was 60 quid, so that was again a little bit steep for me. Plus I don't even need new bedding. All of the teddy bear bedding was 50% off, which meant that a single set was down from £16 to £8. Again, we don't need new bedding, although we did need a V pillowcase, so I did pick up one of those. Someday we will look back and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us, 'cause I nearly always find myself in the home fragrance section at some point. I think when you live with 3 dogs, you're always trying to make sure your house doesn't smell too doggy, and I don't think I win the battle. I really liked the papaya and coconut, but there were no refills available in that one. They were sold out of the refills, and I didn't need to buy a new glass jar or new reeds. I also really liked these chrome home decorative items. This was a little tea light hurricane lamp, and I thought that was lovely. £10, I don't think it was too bad if you have a nice decorative home to display it in, unlike the chaos that we live in here. But I really did like all of the chrome items. I thought they were really attractive, and again with the dog theme, loved this little is that a Basset Hound? I think it's a Basset Hound, isn't it? It says on the tag in a minute, I'm sure it does. There we go, Basset Hound hanging ornament, £2.50. I was trying to imagine a world in which I could have random hanging ornaments somewhere in my home, and it just didn't make sense in this house. But one day when I get my show house, I think I've talked about this before, I intend to buy 2 houses when I win the lottery. One in which I will actually live, complete with dogs and doggy smells and mess and hair, and one next door which will always be pristine and beautifully kept and clean, and I will just go and sit in it for half an hour a day, admire how lovely it is and never let anybody else in. I did find myself a Reed Diffuser refill. I got Tropical Island in the end. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. Here's another gorgeous hanging ornament. This Perspex purple hummingbird was absolutely beautiful. I couldn't get my eyes off it. The light caught it lovely, and I kept thinking, where could I have this in my house? And I did consider just buying it and hanging it from the ceiling in my bedroom, and then I thought, was that silly? What do you think? Is it silly to have a Perspex hummingbird hanging from your ceiling? I also really liked these gold mirrored trays. Really liked the lines of that. I thought that was beautiful. And they had a tea light lantern to go with it, tea light hurricane lantern. £24 though, so again, for a house where things don't get broken, that's a lovely investment. These faux fur throws and matching pillows were gorgeous. Your hand absolutely sank in, they were so plush. But the pillow was £30 and the throw was £80. So again, not happening. Absolutely gorgeous though.
I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew.
If you are in the market for a memory foam mattress topper, again this Dormer one seemed really good quality. It was at least as thick as some of the mattresses that my kids have had on their bunk beds in their youth. Not cheap, but probably worth the money. £139 for a single, I think it was £169 for a double. Moving on round, and I came to a couple of sofas. I was really surprised by the price of this grey one. It looked really comfortable. I didn't sit on it, but it looked really comfortable. It was only £525. It also looked fairly wipeable, which might be a consideration. However, not cheap. This Three Wise Monkeys cushion was £20. I considered the hair cushion for Mum, but I put that back as well. This All You Need Is Love and a Dog hanging plaque was £5, and the Golden Retriever was only £3.50. Had a look on the shelf, and as well as the Golden Retriever, they had Schnauzer, Labrador, Dachshund. Dachshund seems to be a big theme in Dunelm this year. Seems to be the Dachshund. Really lovely for £3.50 each. And then I found this one that says Live Well, Mean Well, Be Well, so that went into my trolley. I was just having a look at the clocks and the pictures and debating which area to go to next, and then, well, unfortunately that's all the footage you're getting from in-store, because I was approached by a manager. He asked me what I was doing and I said I was filming for a YouTuber, come shop with me. I said basically it's just showing people the lovely things you have here and so on and so forth. And he said that was fine, and then 2 seconds later he came back to me and said no, it wasn't fine and I would have to stop filming, and any filming or photography in store needs to be cleared with their press office before you can do it. So that's all the footage you've got, I'm afraid. I suppose they have the right to do whatever they want. It's their store, it's their premises, but I do think it's silly. I said to him, can you tell me why? And he said, well, we don't know what purposes you're going to use it for. And I said, well, I have just told you what purposes I'm going to use it for. He said, yes, but you could be using it for anything. What nefarious purpose could I have for taking a picture of a cushion? Anyway, Dunelm, you do you, my lovelies, but it's a shame because now there are an awful lot of lovely things in your store that I won't be showing people after all. I have got a small haul, I'll show you that when I get home. Okay, I am back from Dunelm. I also popped in Hobbycraft and I thought I'd show you what I got in both stores. I didn't even bother trying to film anything in Hobbycraft. I thought perhaps people from Dunelm would have phoned him and told him I was coming. Anyway, this is what I got in Dunelm. I was very tempted, after the chap said I couldn't film, I was very tempted to throw all my toys out my pram and go in without buying anything, but that would have cut off my nose to spite my face. So I bought, this is the only thing that I actually went in for, which is a V-pillow case for my V-pillow. I always sleep with a V-pillow for my back and neck. Took the pillowcase, took all of the sheets and pillowcases off last week to wash the bedding as usual, and the V-pillow case did not return from the wash. No idea where it's gone. Probably in Natalie's room. You've probably got it. My V pillowcase. I haven't, I bet she has. New V pillowcase. I bought cotton rich sateen. They do several different types of sheets and thread counts, but they were all the same price. So I got the one that seemed like it would be nice and small. Hang on. £5 for a V pillowcase in Dunelm, by the way, if you're wondering. £5. And there it is. It is very nice. I should go and put it on my bed in a bit. Now, this has reminded me. Somebody said to me that whenever they buy new sheets and pillowcases, they always wash it before they put it on the bed. I was like, but it's new. And they were like, oh no, I couldn't put it on without washing it first. And I was like, but it's new. I just put them straight on the bed. Do you wash yours before putting them on? And I think this person also is an ironer. If you're an ironer, perhaps that's what it's all about. I'm not an ironer. I don't believe in iron. It's bad for the soul. The rest of it is stuff I did not go in for, although I had a vague idea I was going to look at this sewing stuff. So I got this. I really liked this. I think this is probably the last thing you saw in the footage before the manager came over and put his foot down with a firm hand. It's just a framed print and it says, live well, mean well, be well. Really like that. Very, very simple, very straightforward. So I got that and a bag of picture hooks to hold it up with. I've also got some other pictures that need to go back. I woke up the other morning and 3 of the pictures in the hallway had fallen off the wall. Spooky. So they're going back up with these. This was £5. Really liked that. I thought that was very nice. I should add that I had a gift voucher to spend in Dunelm that was a refund for something that I'd returned a while back and it needed using up. Otherwise I might possibly have thrown all my toys out my pram and stomped off home. You saw me looking at the diffuser refills. I ended up getting the Tropical Island, which is very nice, very fruity. Have a sniff. Did you sniff? Very fruity. I always used to do that on Home Bargains, always get you to sniff things. So I'm going to refill the room, refill the room, I'm going to refill. I'm going to refill the reed diffuser in my room in a minute. That was hard work. The rest of it is all sewing-y bits. I got 2 meters of this lovely polka dot fabric. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It would be very nice as a lining for a bag, but it's also really nice and would make a nice outer for a bag of some kind. So don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but we shall see. 2 meters of that was £6 a metre, so 12 quid for that. Then I got half a metre of this. This is definitely to make a bag. I'm going to make a bag for Mum, hopefully, out of this one. So hanging up behind me, there, camera up, here, finger there, here, finger, come in there. That is the bag that I made last week out of the dog material, which you will have seen in the waffle, I believe, or you will see in the waffle anyway. I just got half a metre of this. This is a kind of an oilcloth. It's the kind of stuff they make table covers out of, and I'm going to try and make a little bag for Mum out of that because she really likes rabbits. It's got bunny rabbits on it. Or are they hares? I think they're hares, actually. They have black tips to their ears, which means they are hairy. Did you know that? I knew that. 2 rolls of ribbon, which well, kind of braided ribbon really, which I did not need, but look. Paw prints and bunting. Those were £3.50 a roll. I'm sure I will find a use for those. And then some useful bits. I got a magnetic pin dish. I think this was about 4 quid. I don't know where I thought my Dunelm receipt might be on the floor in the car. I think it was about 4 quid, and it basically is a magnetic pin dish so that when you're sewing, your pins don't disappear. And the lid is so tight that you're never going to be able to get it out and get your pins out of it anyway. So that's there we go. That was a challenge. So it comes with a few of the flower-headed pins in there, and it's I say it's magnetic. So I don't know if it'll hold on the side of my sewing machine because my sewing machine, the casing is mostly plastic. But even so, it's nice weight anyway. So. And it has a little slit in the top for you to drop your pins through rather than having to take the lid off. I got a bias tape maker just to make bias tape with, funnily enough. I got some heavy duty snaps also for bags. And they come with a little tool and you hit it with a hammer. I've had no end of fun with those. I thought that was quite good. I think they were about 5 quid if I remember rightly. And it's got 12 sets of snaps in there, so that was good for a £5. And the last thing I got from Dunelm was a pack of fabric markers. I've got Taylor's chalk, but I thought the marker pens would be useful as well. I then went over to Hobbycraft. This is very quick, this bit, very quick indeed. Where I bought a pack of 3 black zips, a single blue zip. A pack of 3 black zips was £1.10, and the single blue zip was £1.80. Go figure. But I think those are just like cheapy ones, and this is like a proper YKK one. And I bought this, which I'm hoping to make a top out of for myself. It's muslin material with I don't know if you can see, they're grey circles and every now and again one is blue. But I don't know if it's coming out on the camera. So I'm hoping to try and make myself a top. I've never been that adventurous with the sewing machine before to try and make clothes. What's the worst that can happen? So that's it. That is the haul and all of the haul. I'm sorry that the footage from Dunelm itself is a bit short and sweet. What can you do? If they don't want to film, they don't want to film. But silly old you, Dunelm. Silly old you. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week with more of whatever it is I do here. Take care. Bye for now.